Do you ever know there was something you were supposed to do with your life? Even from a child, you just had this feeling, or maybe your parents said something that set a thought in motion that you've carried till this day. Maybe a friend, maybe a grandparent, or maybe you always knew you were going to do that, or you always knew you were meant for this particular thing. It's a strange thing. I found this. This is in Genesis, chapter 41. It's a story of Joseph, very familiar to a lot of people, and this is out of the Message version. But let me read this. Then Pharaoh said to his officials, "Isn't this the man we need? Are you going to find anyone else who has God's spirit in him like this?" So Pharaoh said to Joseph, "You're the man for us. God has given you an inside story. No one is as qualified as you in experience and wisdom. From now on, you're in charge of all my affairs. All my people will report to you. Only as king will I be over you." So Pharaoh commissioned Joseph, saying, "I'm putting you in charge of the entire country of Egypt." Then Pharaoh removed his signet ring from his finger and slipped it on Joseph's hand. He outfitted him with robes, the best linen, put a gold chain around his neck. He put him in second command at his disposal. And as he rode, people shouted, "Bravo." I just love this. That's out of the Message version. Um, in one day, Joseph goes from prison to the palace because he could interpret what God was telling the king. God had given the king a vision, a dream of what was going to happen to his country. And this story is so fun in so many ways. First of all, God talks to a king who doesn't know him. But the king knows that this is a significant dream. He knows there's significance to this dream. But God always has people in and around the king, in this case Joseph, a slave. And from one end, he can interpret the dream. Obviously, God puts people around, his people around rulers that can interpret the signs and the seasons. And that's really fun. Also, what's fun is that Joseph knew, because one day he had had a dream, he knew what was going to happen. And he had his first dream when he was 17, and he wasn't 30 years. He was 30 years old when this happened. So there's quite a bit of time, and sometimes we just go through quite a bit of time. You receive a prophecy, and it's years before it comes to fruition. But when it does, it's at the right place at the right time. In this case, this man Joseph saved an entire country because he could serve the king well. So what am I saying? I'm saying, don't let your hope die. Those dreams are still there. God still hasn't forgotten them. He's still got you. He's still got a spouse for you. He's still got a family for you. He still has a job for you. He's the God of purpose, and he hasn't forgotten. And he loves to see you rejoice and be successful, because in that and in the right place at the right time, all the others will see how good God is, and he'll rejoice, and they will rejoice and give thanks to God, and he will get the glory with your success, because you're in the right place to do it at the right time. So God bless you. Have a great day. I pray that hope just burns alive even more today. God bless you.